Hello everyone, so let's discuss about the remaining principles of Henry Fayol. Yesterday we have discussed the 7 principles. As I told you, Henry Fayol has given 14 principles. So in the previous video I have given you the 7 principles. I have made you understood the 7 principles. Now the next 7 principles are as follows: principle of stability of tenure, principle of scalar chain, principle of subordination of individual interest to general interest, principle of initiative, principle of equity, principle of remuneration, and one more is there, principle of centralization, parity between centralization and decentralization. I told you later. So first one is principle of stability of tenure. Stability, all people know that stable, tenure means time period. According to Henry Fayol, he said that we are not supposed to transfer the person from one job position to another job position frequently. Frequently word is very necessary and very compulsory in this principle. We are not supposed to transfer our employees from one job position to other job position frequently. This is called job rotation. We are not supposed to do the job rotation of an employee from one department to other department, because it can create confusion in the mind of the person. Second one is it decreases the productivity of both the department. It can create the sense of instability. It creates the sense of insecurity in the mind of the employee. And if the employee is not happy, then he can't give you 100% to the organization. For example, if in any organization, Raman is working in any organization and presently, before 1 month, he was appointed in production department. Clear? Before 1 month, Raman was appointed in production department. After some time, the boss transferred the Raman to sales department. Raman is just understanding the things of production department. Then and there, the Raman had transferred to the sales department. So, what is the effect of this job rotation? Raman will get confused. Raman is well versed in production department, but just because of the need of the organization transferred the Raman to the sales department. So we can say that this type of job rotation can affect the productivity of both the department, because if they transfer the Raman to second department and this job position remains vacant, and Raman will have to understand the work of the sales department, and definitely it will take 1 or 2 months. So we can say that it can reduce the productivity of both the departments. So according to Henry Fayol, he said that the organization should not do the job rotation very frequently. Second thing is, they want the people should be stable on their path, on their designation for a longer period, so that they can be well versed by facing different difficulties, by facing different situations in the particular department. Second thing is, there is a sense of job security among the employees. Then only the workers can do the work. Then only the workers can give the 100% to the organization. If you will transfer the person from one place to other, from one department to other department, then it will create the confusion in the mind of the employee. And what is the effect of this? The effect will be more employee turnover ratio will increase. What is employee turnover ratio? The employee will go from your organization, just leave the job from your organization, or he will start to remain absent in the organization. Is it clear? So, according to principle of stability of tenure, there should be the stability in the time period of any organization, any people or any worker. The organization should not do the frequent job rotation in any of the worker, because it can create confusion in the mind of person and it will reduce the productivity of the organization. Clear to all? So this is called principle of stability of tenure. Second one is principle of scalar chain. Scalar chain I am discussing over here. Scalar chain. A, B, C, According to Henry Fayol, he said that there should be a formal communication chain in every organization. There should be a formal chain of command in every organization. It is not like that ki everyone just go to the top level management and directly talk to them. It should not be like that in the organization. Every organization should have their standard decorum to communicate to their upper level managers. For example, if A want to communicate anything to D, then first of all A have to communicate with B, B have to communicate with C, C have to communicate with D. This should be the procedure so that the rumors cannot be spread out, or it helps to maintain the decorum of the organization. And if D want to give the feedback to A, then D have to communicate first to C, C to B, B to A. This should be the procedure. But there is a criticism of this scalar chain that if A want to talk with Q or B want to talk with S, then how is it possible? It takes lot of time. And it can create the delay in decisions also. Because if we want to take the random decision, then first of all we have to talk with A, B, C, and it takes lot of time. So just because of the criticism, he invented a device that is called gangplank. The person who are working on the same level can contact to each other directly. Is it clear? So this is called gangplank. So this is a scalar chain. According to Henry Fayol, he said that the organization must follow a particular chain of command, a formal chain of command, so that chain of communication, a particular chain of communication should be followed, so that the decorum of the organization can be maintained. But if in case of any urgency matter, if you think that this decision can make the work very, you can be in the loss. Just because of that decision, you will have to take the decision very fast. Then you can directly contact to that person with the help of a device that is called gangplank. Next one is principle of subordination of individual interest to general interest. Individual interest means, what is individual means? Employee. And general interest, here we are talking about the organizational interest or organizational goal. Employee goal and organizational goal. So according to Henry Fayol, he said that this is employee's goal and this is organizational goal. What every employee wants from their organization? Obviously fair wages and salaries. Fair wages and salaries. And what should be the goal of every organization? That is called profit. So if you want to run your organization with more success, then first of all you will have to concentrate. Every organization, every manager or every employee should first concentrate on the general interest. Because if the organization will earn profit, then only that organization can give fair wages and salaries to the employees. So according to Henry Fayol, he says that we have to give importance, or we have to supersede the general interest in comparison to the individual interest. Because if any organization achieve the general interest, then definitely the organization will achieve individual interest automatically. If you have more profit, then you can be able to give more salaries to your employees. And if you give more salaries to the employees and you are not taking care about the profit, then what will happen? One day you are not able to give the salaries to your employees. So first of all, it is the foremost duty of every employee and the management also, that he should take care first of all to the general interest, that is organizational goal, and automatically if the organizational goal or the general interest is achieved, then individual interest will achieve itself. Next one is principle of initiative. Initiative means participation, we can say. According to Henry Fayol, he said that we should take the participation of our employees in the decision making. Sometimes we are taking the decision, we are making the policies, we are formulating the policies, we are formulating the plans. To whom we are formulating these plans and policies? To the employees, because ultimately the employees have to follow. So we should take the participation of the employees in the decision making, and if the manager is finding any fruitful idea or fruitful opinion from the side of the employees, then we can say that the manager should consider that idea and implement it into the plan, definitely. If that idea is fruitful for the organization, then the manager or the organization should also give some rewards and awards to that particular employee. Clear to all? So principle of initiative, according to principle of initiative, there should be the participation of the employees in the decision making, so that if they will give any idea which can be fruitful for the organization, then the organization should consider that idea and implement it into the plan. Next one is principle of equity. Equity means equal. Henry Fayol said that everyone is equal in the eyes of organization. Whether we are not supposed to discriminate the employees on the basis of their caste, color, religion, backgrounds and all. All the people who are working in the organization are equal in the eyes of the organization. We are not supposed to create the discrimination among the employees. This is called principle of equity. Next one is principle of remuneration. Remuneration means salary. According to Henry Fayol, we have to provide the salaries or the remuneration to the person same who are working on the same level. We are not supposed to give more salary to one person and less salary to other person. Instead, they both are working on the same level. If both the people are working on the same level, then we have to provide same salaries to them. Then only we can do the justice with the people. Clear to all? So this is called principle of remuneration. The last principle is principle of centralization, principle of parity between centralization and decentralization. Centralization and decentralization. Centralized organization is the organization in which all the decisions are taken by the top level managers only. Top level managers are taking decisions. Clear? Decentralized organization is an organization in which the decisions are taken by, major decisions are taken by top level, and they delegate some of their authority and responsibility to mid level and mid level to low level. Means there is a delegation of authority and responsibility among the different levels. So if the organization is centralized, then we can say that all the decisions are taken by the top level officials, one person or few people. In decentralization, the decisions are taken by the top level managers. Some decisions can be taken by mid level and some are low level. They are delegating their authority and responsibility to different levels. Because I told you that top level have to focus on different aspects. He have to scan the business environment. He have to frame the policies, plans. He have to formulate the plans, objectives, strategies to get the objective or to get the accomplishment of the task. So they have to do number of works. That's why they delegate their authority and responsibility to mid level and low level. But here only top level take all the decisions. We can say that centralization mostly done in small organization, whereas in decentralization always take place in large organization. So according to Henry Fayol, he said that no organization should be fully centralized nor it should be fully decentralized. You are not supposed to make your organization total centralized, or you are not supposed to make your organization total decentralized. There should be the parity between both of them. Means your organization should be centralized as well as decentralized. Clear? Means important decisions should be taken by the top level officials, and if you think that these decisions can be taken by the mid level or low level, then only you can delegate your work. Because if your organization is totally centralized, then definitely the top level don't have time to scan the business environment and to take lot of tasks. But in decentralization, the top level managers have lot of work to do. They can do the work because they have delegated the responsibility and authority to different levels. Clear? But somewhere there is a misconception in the mind of different levels managers that our top level managers they don't know anything to do. They don't know how to make the strategies. They don't know how to formulate the policies. That's why they are giving us the work. They are delegating the authority and responsibility to we people. But this is a misconception. They are delegating the authority and responsibility because they have number of work to do. So that's why the Henry Fayol said that no organization should be fully centralized, nor it should be fully decentralized. Means the important matters or important issues should be discussed only by the top level, and other matters which can be solved by mid level or low level can be delegated. Clear to all? And yesterday I told you about different remaining 7. First one is division of work, in which we have to divide the whole work into small units, and we have to give the work according to the skills and qualification of the employees. Second one is I told you about the principle of order. Everything should be placed on the proper order, whether it is a man or material, so that it will not consume our time. I told you about principle of discipline, that every organization should have certain rules and regulations and follow the rules and regulations strictly, because if you are not following, then certain provision of penalties and punishment will be there. Whether it is a management or the workers, both have to follow the rules and regulations, the ethics of the organization. And I told you about parity between authority and responsibility. According to Henry Fayol, he said that authority should not be more than responsibility, and responsibility should not more than authority. There should be the parity between both of them, because if you will give the more authority than responsibility, then the people can, or the worker can take the benefit out of it. And if you have given the responsibility more than the authority, then definitely the employee cannot able to achieve the organizational goal. Then I told you about principle of esprit de corps, in which there should be the spirit of cooperation among the people. Means all the people who are working in the organization, whether it is a workers group or management group, both should have the mutual understanding between both of them. Means we should have to replace I with we. We should have to do the work in the organization with team spirit, because a team can win anything. Next I told you about principle of unity of command. There should be one head, one boss. Only one subordinate should be handled by only one boss, because two bosses always create confusion in the mind of the worker, and it will not the person is not able to achieve or accomplish the task whatever it is given by the organization. Then I told you about unity of direction also, that all the departmental heads, all the department have their independent plan, have their individual plan, but ultimately they all have to go in the same direction, that is to achieve organizational goal. So in spite of these departments that they have an independent plan or they have individual plans, but they have to coordinate and cooperate with each other to achieve the organizational goal efficiently and effectively. So these are the 14 principles which are given by Henry Fayol, and many of the organizations are following these principles, and these organizations are 100% successful. So definitely I hope that you have understood all these points and all these principles given by Henry Fayol. Thank you.